Yes. Hi, Cannon for the fans. Guess who this is? I know. I know it has been a very, 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 very long time since I saw this muggins face here. Yes, it's Raz calling from Cardiff, and this is Cannon for the TV. Now, normally, Alex, don't get me started. Alex does all the work. He literally does all the work. I feel like I'm an interloper. I'm sorry. I feel that I just come in, I do my little bits and pieces, and then it's all work and everything else. But Alex, bless him, it's him and Sorelli's wedding anniversary, and I like to had to show some really nice photographs and of the wedding and everything else. But first and foremost, Alex and Sorelli, happy anniversary today. You do deserve a lot more time off because you've been very busy, especially not just this, but on the work and everything else. So, from California fans all around the world to you, and look at that, my phone decides to go off. Um, Happy anniversary. Enjoy your evening. I'm not sure how I'm coming across. I hope I'm coming across all right. What I should do, I should put this, do the old banners. So let me do this bit. This is what we normally do. So yes, guys, you are looking and watching Canon for the TV. It's Raz for this evening. It's an easy talk. I am not sure who do we have. It's been such a long time since I've been doing this. I've been obviously doing stuff with work and everything else, but it's no excuse. It's no excuse. All right. So first and foremost, for those who are in the chat, you notice that Alex gave a kind of like semi press release. I have to say, he gave a press release because we're going to be wrapping up Canon for the TV. It's been 6 years, and it's been a heck of a ride. And I would say, first and foremost, Alex, as I mentioned before, he has done the heavy lifting, the pulling, the dragging, all the information, all this that you see online, it's down to him. It was our idea, but it's down to him. So, heartfelt thanks, Alex, for everything that you've achieved with the channel. I like to have been able to have helped you along, but trying to balance work and family, it's not easy, and he's shown that as well. So I think he needs a deserved rest. Just putting that on one side a moment. There was a fantastic result on Tuesday. I was away with work, and I also a friend of mine who was an Arsenal fan. We were both on our phones watching watching the match while we was in the bar. This was after work, so work. Don't worry, it was after work. Well, I was watching the football in the bar, and I couldn't watch anymore. I had to go upstairs, and then seeing that we went to penalties, I had visions. I had nightmare visions of it going Pete Tong. But look what happened. Look what happened. Fantastic result. Fantastic. And Raya, he's proving the doubters wrong. A bit like Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is proving the doubters wrong as well. So it's just amazing what this team's doing so far. So far, I still don't want to get ahead of myself because you know what it's like. We start thinking just a little bit beyond our reach, and then just one team brings it all down to reality. So for this moment in time, I'm enjoying the ride. It was fantastic what the lads did on Tuesday. On the Saturday, it was great what they did as well against Brentford. It wasn't like a 5 or 6 goal smash, but it was a really hard fought win. And I say hard fought win from what I didn't see the whole match again, just through work, but from what I saw from the highlights, they controlled it. Um, my heart goes out to Ramsdale. On his return, I love Ramsdale. I love the guy. I think what he brought to Arsenal, a different energy and everything else. And we was all saying we don't need another keeper, but Raya he's been pulling out the bag. He's been pulling out the bag. Um, I'm going to try and see what I can scroll, see if there's any chats in the group. Here we go. There's been loads of chats. Let's see if we can get into this one. So this one's from Tamara Ahmed. Hi Alex, how you doing? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Alex is off tonight. It's a well-deserved rest, and it's his anniversary, so him and Sorelli are out there. I'm sure they're in the West End somewhere catching a show. So enjoy your evening, Alex and Sorelli. Tamara's coming saying Arsenal was smashed Bayern 6-0. Now, if I just take that off the screen a second. So we got drawn against Bayern Munich. I still had nightmares of that home and away leg where we just got mullered. I don't know what the Bayern is of this time, other than Harry Kane. Harry Kane is going to be wanting to make his presence known once again. I thought we got rid of this guy. He's over there. It doesn't really matter. And here we go. Of all the teams to pull out the bag, it had to be Bayern. It had to be him. So I believe that the first leg is at home, and then of course the away leg. So we can't be shopping goals. We can't be just taking it easy. We are literally on red alert now when this game comes up. So 6-0. I appreciate your optimism, but I think it's going to be less than that. And Tammy's coming again. Arsenal smashed City 8-0. And 10-0 against them, and then Chelsea 12-0. It's going up. So Arsenal will win the Premier League and Champions League, double trophy for Arsenal. Well, I love your passion. I love your optimism and everything else, but I think the score lines, I don't trust me. If it was like that, then I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably I don't want to say it. Have another cold bucket challenge. If we go through all those teams in that score line, I'll do a cold ice bucket challenge. Probably just wearing a pair of boxers or something this time, not an Arsenal shirt. Static, long time I haven't seen you, Static, or heard from you. Static says, Tamari, give it a rest, please. He says. Excuse me. There's a guy here who I have not seen and talked to for the longest time. My wingman is probably thinking, well, don't call me a wingman, because wingman, you're meant to be there right to the end. Ashley D, how are you doing, sir? How's things? How's life? I try and catch hold of you when you're on this channel, but trust me, work has been up in it, and I just haven't been able to. I did promise one day that we have to meet and have a drink. That'd be fantastic. So Tiger and Surus says, evening Raz and Ashley. Evening Tiger and Surus. Hope you're well. Again, long time no see, but that's mainly on my part. Hope you're keeping well. Hope your family's all good as well. And put some chats in the box here. What do you reckon we're going to do with Bayern Munich and also the games to come, and how you think about the team? Stats coming. Hey Raz, I saw this video a few hours ago. Wow, I'm still in shock. You two have created an excellent channel for the Gunners community. It's not an easy decision. Like I said, Alex has been doing all the heavy lifting. He's gone to the stadium a couple of times. We've gone together, and for me, I'd love for our channel to be even bigger than what it is. Maybe in a year's time, or maybe 2 years, I suppose, if there's an opportunity to maybe come back and do what Alex does or has done, I'll consider it because my work. I'm trying to balance my work at the moment with my responsibilities with my family as well. And within the last 2 years, everything seems to have ramped up. And Alex, to his credit, has continued. He's ploughed on. No excuses, no backward step. And to his credit, like I said before, he's done all the heavy lifting. And I think that he's probably thinking, you know what, call it a day, and hopefully we can call it a day in the right way. But like I said, if there's an opportunity to continue, I would consider it because my brother deserves a rest, and he's gone through a lot as well. So he deserves a rest. Him and Sorelli, they've gone through loads, and just to sit back and it's for him. It is what it is. So I respect that. I respect that fully. Yes. So Ashley has come back and hey, Mad Dog Raf. You know what? I can't shake that tag now. I can't shake it. I appreciate it. It's all good. Yeah. Mad Dog Raz, Mad Dog Raf, whatever. You know what I mean? If I could do another watch along, again, time depending, then that's gonna have to be my title, I think. And so it's coming 7 likes and subscribe. Guys, I see in the chat there's about 12. It dipped to 12 or 14. It's a Friday night. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? There's nothing on the box, I don't think. You could relive Tuesday night. You could relive, actually, the best football since Arsenal come back from their break. In fact, let's put it as a question. What score did you like when the guys came back from their winter break? That'd be an interesting one. I'm gonna put it out there. There's a few. You know what I've been doing? I've been watching a lot of. Is it Peter Drury, the commentator? I love his voice. I love the way he kind of like draws you into the way that Arsenal. I'm sure it's a commentator for everybody else, but for us, particularly for Arsenal fans, he just draws you in and everything. All the goals. I've seen all the goals. I've seen Rice's going in the back of my head, and he said the gunner for life and that kind of stuff. I love his action. So what match did you like when the guys came back from their winter break that leaves a really lasting impression on you? That's going to be my question for now. Right, thank you, Static. Actually, it says I'm still not satisfied with Havertz, still misses easy sitters and gets too many yellows. From what I've seen, he's improving. He's improving. I have to say, I'll put my hand up. I was one of many that was thinking, why are we getting Chelsea rejects? Why don't we have anybody else in the academy and that kind of mentality? And I have to say that I have to bite my tongue and eat some humble pie because he has scored some goals. There's no denying he's scored some goals. And we have been quite fortunate. I think it's the last game he scored the winner. He may pick up a few yellows. He does. I think Eltel will appreciate this. He's a master, or no, I won't say a master. He's a student of the dark arts. I've seen him, niggle some of his defenders, and that's what we've been asking for. We've been asking for a player of his stature to make the defenders think, flipping out, I've got to mark him. That's what he does. And I think the yellows are going to be they're going to be standard. He just knows that he has to hold himself a little bit. There has been talk that there was in the Brentford match, he should have been given a second yellow. So I think if Arteta is worth his salt, he would say, look, why it's good doing a dark arts, you can't be given a yellow away, because I think especially when it comes to Champions League, if you get one yellow or two and you rack them up, then you miss a match and you don't want to do that when you're going. I mean, with last eight, you don't want to miss a home or away leg because of a stupid yellow. So yeah, he gets them. He does miss. Oh, I have to turn his phone off. He does miss some easy sitters. There's one particularly that sorry, Saka scored. I think it was against Liverpool. So he's finding his feet. He's finding his feet. So let's back off. Let's back off because we was all in, and now he's proving himself a little bit week by week. So let's back off. Let's give him the space that he deserves because he's earned it. Right. Tyler Gunson says, very emotional was Alex's video. I remember him doing something similar last time, but this one looks like a real one. Yeah, yeah. The one that it does get to me. I mean, he's my little bro. I mean, he's taller than me. No, don't like that. But he's my little bro. And the video you're referring to was about what happened with Black Lives Matter and George Floyd. He growing up in the 80s, it wasn't. I put a shout out, and I might have mentioned this a long time ago. There was this guy. If anyone who lived in Bentham Court in the 70s and 80s, early 80s, our family lived around there, and there was this one guy, tall brother, who always wore a red and white beanie hat. And back in the day, it was fashionable. Early 2000s, it wasn't fashionable. Now everyone seems to be wearing them now. And his name's Mickey. And he went to all the Arsenal matches. I don't think he ever missed an Arsenal match. Or, I mean, he probably did one or two. But you cannot not know Mickey. Anyone who lived in the flats then would know Mickey. And he wore a beanie hat, a red and white beanie hat. And he was, to me, was one of the rare black guys who actually go to a football match. Actually, I had another friend of mine who drifted between an Arsenal fan and Leeds fan. He went back to being an Arsenal fan. I'm not sure if he's still an Arsenal fan now. Richard Brown from my class. He went to a Leeds match at Highbury at the old ground. And he was saying that how I remember he said it was tough. It was tough because he had to hide his scarf and everything because back then we didn't go to football matches because there used to be the National Front. There's been a National Front at the gates, shoving their leaflets, their race hates and everything else, or rival fans. So Alex and I, we didn't go to any matches at all. It was only when we matured a lot, years later, that we managed to go to one or two, but it wasn't a place for black folk. And that video that Alex talked about racism, it was. I remember it. It's something that we didn't want to talk to our parents because we didn't want our parents to be disappointed or upset because they were going through stuff as well. So yeah, my brother, as much as I try my best to protect and defend him, sometimes there's some battles that we have to fight by ourselves. As long as we've got the love and support of our family and our friends, then it makes the road that bit easier. But yeah, the video you did today was a choke one, a difficult one, especially for me. And yeah, but we still got a few more matches, so let's just put that to one side, and let's enjoy the content and see how far this team can get. Okay, moving on. Tiger says, "Will Karen for the ending be a happy ending with Arsenal win the league and Champions League?" You know what? I think it would be a drop the mic moment if we could do that. If we could do that, drop the mic. I think that we can't go any further. I did say that I wouldn't mind picking up where Alex has led us so far, in some manner. But you have to be with my responsibilities and time with work as well. But if I could manage it, I mean, what Alex has done anyway is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So yeah, that'd be a drop the mic moment if that can happen. That'd be amazing. And Tiger says comes again. I'm loving the Kaya Hertz chant. I've heard it. I heard it. I am not going to sing it because I'm not that great to sing when it comes to chants. But you know what? I was thinking about this today, funnily enough. Who is the guy or guys or gals or whoever it is, the group who comes up with these chants for our football players? I think it is really creative. And, Saliba is another one that comes to mind. I just think that these guys have just got it. They're on the money when it comes to these chants, and I keep on laughing about them. But how they come up with it, you're a special talent. You are a special talent. I don't know. Targon says, Raz, can you convince Alex to change his mind and tell him work is not important? You know what? Between you and me and the gateposts, I think that Alex is a very hardworking, driven guy. When he says he'll start something, he'll start it. And when he says he'll end it. And if I was earning bucket loads of money, I would say, you know what, Alex, I'll look after you. I'll look after you. Whatever it is, I got you. I'll keep doing this because the work he does, the relationships that he's built on this channel. I have to say him, James Rowe, with Colin, with you guys, Ashley D, Richard, everyone that comes in contact with Alex, they don't forget him. And he's amazing. Of course, he's my brother. I'm not gonna blow too much smoke because he makes his head bigger. But I would just say, because the way it draws people in, and when we draw you in, guys, we are not. How can I put this? We want to promote you as well, because there's other guys who does other channels as well. Our main function is just a community. Support each other, have a laugh. Don't take things too seriously, and sometimes it does get a bit serious. But at the end of the day, we're not performing brain surgery or anything like that. Any policing the streets and protecting people. We're just having an opinion, and we try and do it in the right way. There's lots of content that F and blind and blah blah blah, and it works for them. We appreciate that. This is our space, and so far it's worked for us. And we'll see what happens at the end of the season. There's nothing more that I'd like to say for us to continue. And I think he will say to me, "Well, Ralph, you should continue as well." And I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I know when he says something, it stays as it is. So what I might have to do is just come up with some millions from the bank and offer him maybe a retainer, have a rolling contract with him for his channel. I can just see him now. He's just shaking his head laughing, but it'd be amazing. Anywho, next one. Luke Chapman, Northampton Town fan. Hi, Luke. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're well. How is Northampton doing? Because I've got a friend of mine who's a Portsmouth fan. He supports Arsenal, but his closest ground is Portsmouth. Sorry, Peterborough. He lives in Peterborough, goes to Portsmouth. Yeah, lives in Peterborough, but goes to Portsmouth. And I don't know any of the scores. I've got another mate who I used to work with, and we're friends on Facebook. We used to work together, but he's moved. He's Middlesbrough. He's a Middlesbrough fan as well. So where are you guys in your league tables? What placings and what what are your hopes for your team to progress to, if it's promotion or cups or whatever, give us a shout. Let us know. Right, this is a name. Pardon me if my pronunciation is off. Kalfala Kumorma. Right, it says this time Bayern Munich are going to suffer in our hands. Okay, so I take it they're talking about Bayern Munich. Okay. Khalifa, I'm cautiously aware, because if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it, says a famous wise person. And we suffered twice, I think, in our meetings with Bayern. I don't care about how they were or how they are. I'm wondering, do we have what it takes in order to secure a home win? And do we have what it takes when it comes to, winning away? Because we've still got that little kind of slip in our locker at times when it comes to some of the bigger teams. We tend to self-destruct rather than just go for it. So I'm a bit wary, if I have to be honest. But we'll see. If you got the inside track about how we're going to beat them, then share it with us, man. It'd be appreciated. John the Gooner. Evening, Ralph and fellow Gooners. John the Gooner is a diamond geezer. He's a diamond geezer. He's on his chats and how he gets about Emirates and all around Arsenal. The guy is solid. He's as solid as a pound note, or a pound coin, I should say. And he's very opinionated, but he's solid. So yeah, evening, John. Hope you're well. Hope your family is good as well. Okay. Let's go in. Tiger says back in. Do you think the reason why we are not scoring heavily in the last few games is due to Martinelli? Should he replace Trossard with Jesus on the left? From what I've seen, picture this. A couple of years ago, we had Aubameyang and, oh my God, his name escapes me. I saw a clip of him. Why is my brain gone? Okay, we'll just go with Aubameyang for the moment. His name will pop up. Aubameyang, he was the guy. He was the guy. Signed the contract, and then he started going missing, and then we started suffering. And then we had a season where we came out of the Carabao Cup, the Europa, and it's a young team building. What I've seen so far is that goals are coming from all over. Jesus was the guy, meant to be the guy, and he's been carrying injuries, And the way that I see Arsenal, it's almost as if we have to get everybody on the same song sheet. If you've got a chance to score. We've had a few shots outside the box. It kind of like rankles me a little bit when we try and break some of these low block teams. We're trying to walk the ball still, I mean, your question about Martinelli, should he replace Trossard with Jesus on the left? To be honest, I'm not that tactician. I really don't know. All I'm going by is what I've seen. Martinelli, he's got a lot. I think he can score a lot more goals purely because of his pace. I'm not sure if Arteta's telling him how to play and to try and get everybody else to play alongside of him. And look at Trossard. Trossard's come away with that wonder goal against Porto. So do you think the reasons why we're not scoring heavily in the last few games is due to Martinelli? Martinelli scored just... It'd be good to see the stats on how many goals Martinelli, Trossard have scored. I know they've scored more than Jesus. Should he replace Trossard with Jesus on the left? I think competition is not a bad thing. You know, if it doesn't pull up any trees, then try it. Try it, and then then see what happens. But try it against a team that not where we need 3 points, or it could be a chance at winning the title. We have to try these kind of things in a scenario where it could be against. Dare I say it? Dare I say it? No, no. I'm gonna hold my tongue. But we have to do it when maybe at the business end or something. But for now, we're scoring. Everyone's scoring goals. Ben White scoring goals. Rice scoring goals. Odegaard scoring goals. Saka scoring goals. Trossard scoring goals. So I think that wherever Arteta's got, he's managing and he's doing it the right way. Actually, these coming. Don't think we'll beat Bayern. We are against the big boys now, and we still need a striker. Would you still fancy Tony from Brentford? Actually, you just had listened to the last question. Would you go in for Tony? Because everyone's scoring at the moment, and if we have the guy up top, and he doesn't turn up, then potentially we could go start sliding backwards into over reliance, and everyone's thinking, well, you know what, guys, he's getting paid, I'm getting paid, so I'll pass the ball to him. We'll see. Actually, yellows lead to reds, and we already had a red card collector. Don't need another. Okay. Is that in relation to what I've just said, or is it about Havertz? We'll go on. Tiger says, John, hello. Hope you're well. Hello, John. And John replies in kind. He's in Tiger and he's also got a couple of drinks. I think there should be a couple of cans myself. John Laguna says, good to see Kane come back to his. You see, John Laguna just opened that door just a little bit and he's in there. He's in there. He wastes no time. There we go. So yeah, good to see him come back. And John Laguna, Ralph, there was racism back then, mate. Sadly felt unable to go. I went with my mixed race mate, age 10. No problems, but there was racist chants. Arsenal fans broke the mold. Yeah. I'm talking about decades ago now. Our dad loved Liverpool. Liverpool was his team back then. And if you can see the few black players that made it, Clyde Bess. I remember watching Clyde Bess on the TV, and he was a big guy. He took no prisoners. And then we had the three. We had Laurie Cunningham, Cyril Regis, and Batson. I'm trying to remember his first name. I think Batson actually played at Arsenal. I think he had a few matches at the Arsenal, and then he went to West Brom. And for me, for anyone, when we saw Cyril Regis, Cyril Regis, he played for England, and Laurie Cunningham played for England. Viv Anderson. I remember seeing Vince Hilaire from Crystal Palace. Who else? I mean, my all-time hero was Pele. I think everyone loved Pele. But he was over there in South America, in Brazil. Other than the time when Alex and I did bump into him, and you've heard the story many times, I won't repeat it. But when you see British black players, back then they were very far and few between. John Barnes, I remember when I was working for a rather world-renowned TV station, broadcasting station. I was in Liverpool, and the Liverpool team was in the same hotel that I stayed in with the film crew, and I saw John Barnes, and he looked at me. I looked at him, and it was a bit of respect, a bit of a nod backwards. And I was like, "That's John Barnes," Regardless, he came from Watford, played for Liverpool, and he got stick. You all heard about they throw the banana on the pitch, and I think Cyril Reid said that he received a bullet in the post if he scored another goal, and all this kind of like stuff, all that kind of stuff. But they survived. They thrived, and then this is the reason why we've got players today. When I see Ian Wright, when I see Saka, when I see Thierry Henry, when I see Patrick Vieira, they all had to go through something, and don't get me wrong, there's other teams, that had their heroes as well, But for me, for my time, it's great seeing these players in the Arsenal strip and doing so well. So long may it continue, but long may it continue for everyone, and try and get this playing field a bit even when it comes to, kicking racism out. You still got the ultras in certain Italian clubs, maybe further afield, that still want to chant their chants, and it's up to UEFA and everybody else to take a stand about it. But anyway, I don't want to. But that's just me tripping down memory road, as it were. John Laguna is coming in. UNIT's created a unique, worldwide, inclusive Arsenal channel. Respect. Thank you very much, John. But also, it's you as well. It's not just Alex and myself, and Alex and myself will say the same thing. It's not just us. We open the door and we welcome everybody in. And of course, we have our disagreements and frustration. I remember there was I was driving to pick up my daughter one evening, and there was an Easy Talk, and Mube Guna, and there was another guy, Indian Guna. They were having their little kind of tete-a-tete, as it were. And I was thinking, this is really good, but it could go either way, because they were both talking about Ozil. But we opened the door just for conversation, because we love you guys. This is coming from the minds of what we wanted to do, to embrace Arsenal. I love to go and see Arsenal every weekend. I love to do that. I've got responsibilities, and you guys, everybody here has got responsibilities. You make your time to do what you got to do. But I love being here. I love interacting with you guys. Alex, the same. Alex's stats, past player histories, all those things we love to share, and we get it back. We get the love back. You tell us your stories. Eltel is like an encyclopedia of Arsenal. James Rowe. I missed that apparently he was on a certain radio station I won't name. But James Rowe, so knowledgeable, and when he talks, you listen, because his insight into football, it's stratospheric. It's just out there. But like I said, we all Alex and I wanted to do is just to have a place where you guys come in. If there could have been a few drinks, it could have been a bar, and we just share the time with you guys for as long a time as we have. And when the results have gone against us, we have a good old whinge. It's good to get it off. You can't keep those things inside. And then when we win, I still watch clips of fans in Africa, all around the world, when Reece Nelson scored that last-minute goal, because it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh, and that's what I want us to do on this channel, just to give a lot of love and blessings and good vibes. Good vibes. Life is too short, so good vibes. But thanks for that, John. Much appreciated. Tiger Goes comes up. What's your thoughts on Partey? Is he now a bench player? Well, back in the day, the winning team stays on. you may be able to. I think it should come on for to get his minutes up and to hopefully get us over the game line. If you remember last season, we was missing him, we was missing Saliba. Form just went out the window about 6 games in. It just went the window. So yeah, if he's happy to stay there and get fitter, and yeah, I'm hearing all sorts of stories about he's older than he is, and yeah, this treatment is broken down, blah blah. That's just the journey of a professional football player. But if he can turn up and do the business, as long as he's wearing this, you know, I'm not going to argue. But if he's a bench player, then and he we've seen players who have a bit of ego don't want to be bench players, and soon they've gone, they've moved on, and they've either thrived or haven't thrived. I saw there's a clip actually in the group chat about Emmanuel Petit, and my guy looks sad that he left Arsenal. If you ever get a chance to watch it, I think it's going to be on some channel. I'll see if I can find it. In the guy interviewing him, but I never seen Emmanuel Petit look so dejected. He said he regretted leaving Arsenal, and some players have left Arsenal and you don't really hear of them again. You know, so that could be a bit of a lesson. John Goon says Denton and the Gooners kicked the NF out of Arsenal. We are a proud history if young black local players come in through the ranks. Yeah. I'm trying to remember one of my old schoolmates. I'm not sure wherever he is. Wherever you are, mate, I hope you're well. I hope you're thriving. I hope you've got a family, good things. But he was in my class in primary school. And then when we went to secondary school, I heard that he became an apprentice at the Arsenal. And when you're apprentice at the Arsenal, you got to clean bathrooms, toilets, you got to polish the boots of the professionals, and then if you're lucky, get a chance to actually play amongst them. And his name was Ian Snook, and I remember that because he was like this guy showed me how old I am, how mature I am. Not say old, how mature I am. He was like the Donny Osmond of our class back then, and wherever he is, I remember he was a rather astute young man, very intelligent young man. But when I heard he had the apprenticeship at the Arsenal, I was thinking, well, he's going to be a superstar because there's just no doubt about it. He had everything going for him. So wherever you are in the world, Ian Snook, you know what I mean? You gave us hope. You gave us hope. You did. But I say hope. He was no chance because he was the Donny Osmond of the day. He was the Don of the day. But yeah, he him and many others, it's not an easy life. We're here, we can criticize, we can say that, yellow cards and missed chances, blah, blah, blah. It's not an easy life. You can play in the park and someone doesn't pass you. You're giving it all that. Just imagine, 50,000 fans saying the same thing. You know what I mean? It's not an easy life, but those who go in and get the job done, they are blessed. They're blessed, and I've got a whole new appreciation that it's easy for us to do this, but to wake up in the morning, train since we're about 5 or 6, develop skills, and sometimes you're not even allowed to stay at the club that you love. That's another thing as well. Could you imagine loving Arsenal and then they say it doesn't work out, but Chelsea or Liverpool can come in for you? I don't want to say the other team because that's a bit too close. But could you imagine you love Arsenal, but you're not given an opportunity? It's a hard life, and I think sometimes we do take it for granted. But yeah, Denton and the rest of the Arsenal fans did step up, and now when you go to the Emirates, you see all the love around the Emirates. You know how loved we are and how appreciated we are, and we take everybody. We're inclusive. We're a very inclusive club. Okay, more. John Guna says Tiger Sura's party is pivotal to our success. And actually, it's coming blimey, 6 cop cars, 9 coppers, and a chopper just for a small geezer. What are you watching? What are you? Ashley D, listen, you and me gonna have words. What's this? It's not football related. All right. Tiger, what's your view on Reece Nelson? You just heard me a moment ago about when he scored that goal. To me, it's like he's always on the cusp. He's always on the cusp. And when that goal against against Bournemouth, that goal, I thought, well, that's it now. He's cemented his space. He's come on a few times, and he does come with a different kind of energy. I still keep him. I won't want him to go nowhere. I think he's had a really tough time with injuries, and I think he went out on loan a couple of times as well. I would keep him. Just I know we've chastised past players about their past history and not how much they've become side players. You know what I mean? But for me, I'll keep him just based on that goal and the joy he brought everyone. It was an amazing goal. I just want him to be. I want him to step up. He's there. He's there. It's time for him to start unleashing the talent that we all know he's got. You know, it's something that somebody used to talk to me about because trust me, I'm a shy person. I may talk a lot, but I'm a shy person, and it's very difficult to talk to a shy person to tell them that they have all the attributes, all the skills, all the confidence. They just got to believe in themselves. And I think for Reece, he's got it there. He's got it. He needs to believe himself more. And I think that when he takes that ultimate step, then that's it. You know, he's a good player, but I think he can be a great player. He's got the potential. John Laguna's coming. Ben White snubbing England. Big mistake. That's his right. Playing for your country. My mindset, growing up, or always talk to you guys about playing football. We used to play Wembley and represent your country. You don't think you can represent your country unless you see somebody like you actually achieve that pivotal step. And Ben White probably doesn't see himself there because he's been snubbed on quite a few occasions. So it's quite easy to say, you know what, pardon my French, I'm not going to swear, but sod that. I ain't playing for England. It's taken a lot of fans and past players saying, you know what, playing for the country is an honour. I can see how commercial viable it is to play for your club more because your club owns you body and soul in a sense. But just to take that ultimate step to being an international player and able to, I think the way that you play football internationally, when you bring it back to your club level, you also share the awareness amongst your teammates. But you got to be wanting it. You got to want to play for your country. And if you feel you've been snubbed, if you feel you've been overlooked, then concentrate on your club form. And somewhere along the line, maybe that manager that comes in will say, actually, let me give you a chance. And if you don't want it, that's your right. He's got every right to not want it. But I feel that it may be something that he might regret, but that it is his right. But if you play on an international level, I think there's still so much more you can bring back to the Arsenal if you play on an international level. So that's my opinion. But I think he's okay. Tiger says, "What do you think, Raf? Arsenal versus Barcelona in the final to get revenge on 2006." You're bringing up some deep hurt. You are, Dinosaurus. You bring up some deep hurt because that day, I still have nightmares because I was trying to record the football, and I was helping my then partner at the time at the shop, and I think I missed the beginning intro of Thierry Henry, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to watch that tape again because it traumatized me. The match traumatized me. I must admit, I was just thinking, Sol Campbell scoring, and then the referee. There's so many factors about that match. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. What I'm gonna say is, when it comes to revenge, I think is it an Italian proverb? If you're looking for revenge, dig two graves. We're not going for revenge. We're not going for revenge. Then we're buying Munich. We just want to make sure that we put the wrong right, as it were. You know what I mean? We do it in the right way. So I'm not going to. Revenge to me is a bit too harder. I understand your sentiment, but we have to be careful. We have to be careful because now we're amongst the big hitters, and you heard Ashley D say, big boys. They know how to act in Europe. We're still a young team. You know what I mean? So I don't care who's in the final. I want us in the final. I don't care about anyone else. I want us in the final. If we make it there, then to me, hopefully we can go through. But yeah, I'll leave that on one side. Tagu says, "Do you know why Ben White does not want to play for England?" No, I don't. I just alluded to the fact that maybe he might feel slighted or anything else. If Ben White watches Cannon Fodder TV or any Arsenal players, not fans, because fans are here, but any Arsenal players watch Cannon Fodder TV, guys, elbow Ben White and ask him if he likes to appear, and we just ask him just that one question. I'm sure he'll put it out there. Or sometimes it's best not to. You've said it, and then that's it. You don't want to go into the reasons why, because people can use your own words against you as well. You have to be a bit smart. So I would say this is right, like John Daguna mentioned, it is right to, but I wouldn't give anybody else time of day. It's my right. I don't want to do it, but let my football talk. Let my football talk. Ashley says, "You missed my previous comment. It was kicking off in my room." Okay. Well, I didn't see it in there. No, no, you didn't put it in there, mate. You didn't put it in there. I'm looking. It's kicking off in your road. I want to make a comment, but I think it's my only time I've come up on here, so I think I better leave it at that, to be honest. Brendan Batson, Arsenal first black player. West Brom had the 3 degrees. Brendan, the only one left. Yes. Yeah. It's these guys. I remember hearing about Laurie Cunningham when he passed away. He went over to Real Madrid, and one of the reporters said that how in training one of the defenders kicked him up pretty severely. I'm thinking, that's your own teammate. I know it happens, but back then, to me, it was kind of alien, because I was thinking, why would you want to kick up your... He was a exceptional talent, Laurie Cunningham. Stylish. I can see his face now, with that wicked afro. But he dazzled. He defenders didn't like him one bit. And some of the goals he scored, and he scored for England as well. I just thinking for him to go to, I'm not sure what the reasons why he went to Real Madrid. There's a documentary, it may be on one of the channels there, but I know there's a documentary, but it's really, really sad because I think if he stayed in this country, to me, he's a great anyway. He's a great player anyway. When we throw legend statuses around, we had this conversation actually a while ago. It's trying to put it in the right boxes, but he was one of the very few players that you think, yeah, Lloyd Cunningham is just is the one. He's the main guy. And for West Brom, him and Cyril Regis and Brendan Batson, I think there was one match against Man United and they annihilated Man United. Man United didn't know what hit them. And yeah, it's just a shame. It's a shame. But God rest their souls, and they inspire many. They inspire many. So we'll ask us to replace Ramsdale with David De Gea. Is that talk? No. I don't like that. If he's thinking it, and let's put it this way, I won't put anything past Arteta now. My guy is like ringing in the change. So I don't know. I hope not. And David De Gea, he left Man United on really poor form. So Ashley Vardy was the same. Did not want to play for England because he knew scammer penalty Kane would always be picked, and he, just like Ben, does not want to just be a bench warmer. Yeah, well that's it. You don't want to be a bench warmer. You want to be considered. Your form is exceptional, and your team's doing well. So why not get picked? And when you're overlooked, you have to keep your ego in check. Because sometimes it could be your own undoing as well. All right, you're not picked this time. You're not picked this year. You've got Euros coming up. Someone might drop out. Someone might get injured. And then because you don't want to play for England anymore, you've missed your chance. So for me, I would let the manager make the decision. Don't pick me. Okay, I'm not going to say nothing. Let my football talk. And that's what I would have said. Excuse me. John Aguirre's come in. Actually, do you live on the Bronx? Actually, he said, yeah, John. We have dodgy guys on dodgy mopeds. This is my Friday night. Dodgy. Oh, flipping Nora. John Aguirre actually, probably no tax on it. There we go. John Aguirre said, apparently Partey is 42. Hey, Pepe, I didn't know Pepe was 41. He didn't play like a 41-year-old. Jeez, they must be feeding some kind of adrenaline, steroid-based, plant-based medication because my guy was all over the place on Tuesday. Pepe, I saw him. I was thinking, Pepe, he's the guy who foot stamped high in the air one of the Spanish players in the World Cup. Don't like his style of play, but Tuesday he was just everywhere. Tiger says, why is Eddie so inconsistent? That's a good question. I don't know. It's the next kind of like a response I can only honestly give. I don't know. I think when you're vying for your place, and we gave him the shirt, and he maybe it added a bit of pressure on him. You know, I said months ago that for me, he's not the guy. If I was a defender, I would relish the fact coming up against Eddie. Jesus, no. Saka, oh, no. Martinelli, oh dear Lord, no. But Eddie, I'll fancy my chances against Eddie. You know, just out, out muscle him. You know, talk trash in his ear or something. I don't know. I don't know. But he's been really patient as well, and he's scored a couple of vital goals. Scored a hat trick. Um, so he's there, but inconsistency. That's the thing. That's what doesn't get you picked. Can I trust you if I put you on the pitch? We need a goal. It's 1-1, 20 minutes. You've got 20 minutes. And more often than not, it ends up being a draw. And that may be a bit harsh on my part, but to me, I respect him as a player. I respect him for what he's done so far. You know, he's a young talent as well. But he doesn't, to me, he doesn't frighten defenders. Tagus would say, will Xhaka win the German league? I don't know. I don't know where I don't even know what team he's playing for, to be honest. That's not going to put me in good graces. But if he's there, then I suppose, yeah. I mean, I think we did miss him. Weirdly enough, we did miss him a while ago. But now he seems to be thriving where he is. His family's happy. He's happy. He's in a good place. I wish him well. I wish him well. Actually, they're saying waiting for a drug test on PA. Tiago says, against Man City, would you play two central defender centre CDMs? You're going to strategies that is beyond my 4-4-2 Tiagosaurus. We play them at home. Did we use two CDMs, two central defender midfielders against when we got that lucky break? I don't think we did. And we're going up there, and we don't have a great record up there. It depends on what kind of momentum we gather after this another little break again. These breaks are just too long. When your team's consistently getting there, you want the momentum. And from what I've seen of Man City, they've just been scraping. But I don't want to poke that bear. I want to poke the bear when we're like 10 miles down the road with 3 points. Why are Arsenal planning to renew Tommy when he is so injury prone? That's Tommy Asu. Again, maybe there may not be another defender out there that we can get our hands on. And money, we have to be very careful as well with this fair rules play, or whatever, this FFP thing. You've got Man City standing at the moment for 115 counts. You had Everton dock points. Chelsea were dock points. Not dock points. They were fined. Maybe money is just we can't go for who we want to go for. If you remember, a few months ago, there was talk about Mbappe. Let's put our pennies on the on red, and see where the roulette wheel is going to end up. And now that's gone. So I don't know. We'll see. But Yeah, he is injury prone. We used to be quite ruthless in that manner. I'm going to start wrapping up shortly because I think we've done. I didn't think we'd do an hour. I thought we'd do half an hour or 40 minutes. Angie B, good evening. How are you keeping? Haven't seen you for the longest time. So I hope you and your family are doing well. I know that you're still thereabouts with the women's football and the women's football. Oh my gosh, women's football. They're sold out. I think that they sold out one match. It might have been against them down the road. I'm trying to remember what other match it was I saw at the Emirates. These women are doing it. We've got to support them more. They've got to come on our channels as well for the time being. But these women, they are literally doing it, and I'm so proud of them. When I get a chance to watch them, I always watch them. Fantastic, fantastic. John the Goon says, evening. Angie B comes in. Hey, John HT and damn Chelsea women winning. Angie B, back to you as well. Much love and appreciation. What's the score? Do I want to put this up there? Them. Anyway, maybe they are just tired. Right. Tiger and Sirius coming. Hey, Ange, long time. I hope you're okay. Really missed your views on women's football. You see, Ange? You see how much love we're sending out to you. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right. Well, I think that's it. There's no more chats in the chats. I think you guys have done exceptionally well listening to a guy talking about FC Porto, Bayern Munich, Cannon Fodder, the history of Cannon Fodder TV. And hopefully, we'll take it one match at a time. Angie B is just coming now. Tune in Tuesday, Glen Win, Tuesday with Ange and the rest of the gang. I think Richard's there as well. Tuesday night football, women's Tuesday night football on the channel. Glenn is doing sterling work as well. Guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you ever so much. There we go. And back to it. I'm going to call it a night. First and foremost, thank you, Cannon Fodder fans here and around the world. Thank you for listening to this guy chatting for more than an hour. Thank you for joining Alex when he does his roundups and everything else. Thank you for Glenn Wynn, for Ange, for Ashley D, for Tiger and Saurus, John. Can I go all the way back? I'm scrolling back. Tamrina, Static. Thank you, Static. Luke Chapman. You didn't come back into the chat, Luke. Tell us about your Northampton. Carl Fowler. I'm going to put your name up there again just to show you. Fowler, John, Tigosaurus, Ashley D, and Static again. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining the chat. Ashley D, thanks to all for tuning in to Mad Dogs Rouse vlog. Thank you, Ashley D. My wingman says it all. Right, so I'm not sure the next time I'm gonna come on. I will do my utmost. I promise before the end of the season, I'll do my utmost to see if I can do either in an easy talk, or me and Alex will go over past results or whatever the platform is. But thank you for this evening. Have a good evening. Be kind to one another. And enjoy the break until Arsenal come back into it again. So this Cannon Fodder TV. Raz calling from Cardiff. Have a good evening. Have a safe one. And I'll see you on another video. Take care, guys. All the best. Bye for now. Bye.